welcome back. Today's video is going to be really fun, something I haven't really done before. I mentioned that I was interested this holiday season in bringing you along for more of my design process for all of my products in my shop, and that's what we're going to do today. And we are going to talk about not just one, but two products that are coming out on November 5th as part of my fall collection. This year's fall collection is called the Freshest Fall Collection, and there is a lot of goodness. I cannot wait to share it with you on the 5th. I actually pushed back the release date of the collection just so I would have the opportunity to sit down and make videos like this one. I'm trying to have some respect for my craft as an artist because I have put so much time and love into these designs, and it would feel odd just to throw them out into the world and be like, here you go. And this way I can show you all the thought that goes into my designs. So this is going to be a fun one. Today we are talking about one of my sticker designs as well as my calendar. Two different scales of products, something really small like a sticker and a calendar, which is a labor of love with 12 months of artwork in there. While I'm talking, I will be showing you what I'm working with on my screen, and you can really see how these products came together. Okay, let's talk about the inspiration first, and you will remember this painting. This is the painting that we created together. I made this painting in my Instagram followers choose what I paint video, and this is what we created together. And I love how the whole piece overall turned out, but I do think my favorite part was the coyote. And this was the first time I incorporated a coyote into my artwork, weirdly. I don't know why it took me this long, but after I painted this one, I was in love with him, and I knew I wanted to bring him into the fall collection even more beyond just this one painting. So that was what I started with. I brought this guy into the computer and I started playing around with his color. He was kind of orange and red to begin with, but I made him the blue shades I wanted. And then I had my coyote in kind of my starting color palette. So the coyote first got incorporated into one of my sticker designs here. And when I think of the coyote, I kind of think of it lurking and wandering around the desert. And the word wander has been a big inspiration for me with this collection. If you see this photo, this is a photo I captured in my neighborhood 3 or 4 years ago, and it has always stuck with me. I thought it was just such a beautiful photo. You couldn't have even staged it better, but it was just happening out in real life with this old car full of cacti and the license plate read Wander. And it's always stuck with me. I think about the image often, and I thought, hey, let's do something with that finally this year. And I knew the fall collection was the time to do it. And that's how I came up with the concept of these license plate stickers. So you're going to see this license plate concept throughout the fall collection. And it's not just going to be this one design. I'm really going to push it. But of course, the first license plate design needed to be Wander, inspired by this really fun photo moment that I captured. So you can see this is starting to come together, but a little bit plain. And that's where our coyote comes back into play. And I knew I wanted him incorporated here onto the sticker. So I thought he could be wandering around on the license plate. And he needs a little bit of background love, I would say. So I pulled in some watercolor elements I had hand painted. This alone is kind of cute. It has a little bit of grounding, but I thought we could use a little more punch of color, kind of get in there behind the words. So I added a little bit more hand painted blue and orange watercolor in there. And something I've been revealing with my license plate designs is like how the art kind of goes beyond the borders because I'm pulling in a lot of different hand-painted elements. So there's also this big blue watercolor stroke that I had hand-painted with a wide brush. And then you can see down here at the bottom that I had pulled in these hand-painted orange watercolor elements from a different painting. But then once the sticker all comes together, that all gets removed and we are just focusing on the design. And then here is our final sticker. It does get a white border just so that line can really pop, and this outline is all hand drawn by me as well, with my hand lettering of Arizona at the top and then some details up here in the corner. And if you look really closely, there are also some fun tiny hand-drawn, hand-painted details up here. On all of the license plates, we need like the sticker and registration. So I used the number 12 because Arizona became a state in 1912, and 12 also happens to be my favorite number. So that works out pretty perfectly. And it's all in this hand-drawn little box here. We've got AZ, so you know we're representing Arizona. And my name is there in my logo, and if you look really closely, it's hard to see on the real thing, but you and I will know about this special detail. My signature hand-painted swatches that are part of my logo are tucked right underneath the AZ. And so you can see how we got from this coyote all the way to this design. And this is the ultimate funnest part of the process for me, is making this idea become a reality. So there's our first product reveal from the Freshest Fall Collection. I can't believe I'm showing it to you. And I hope you love this design and the other designs that you will see soon that will coordinate with this. But as promised, we're gonna talk about a second product, which is my calendar. And this coyote, loved him so much, I had to incorporate him again into this collection. He's actually woven into the collection 3 times, but we will just talk about this second example next. So I knew I wanted him in my calendar, and I have already put up a full video about the reveal of the concept of my calendar, but I will refresh your memory a little bit. I was super inspired by this old sketch of mine. It's 3 or 4 years old, and this is a Southwest color wheel. So for this calendar, I am working with the color wheel concept and making each month a slice of the color wheel. So here's another little sneak peek reveal for you. This is the guideline for my cover of my calendar, and you can see the order and the color palette that everything's going to be in. So with the coyote being this turquoise color, it made him perfectly line up for being the turquoise month, which is October. So you can see it'll be October, November, December, and then back to January. So I knew we were working with October, and I jumped into designing the October calendar page. So when I design a calendar page, I am working with a blank slate, but I started with that coyote, and I also started with the same background watercolor painting that I had here. And I knew I wanted to really highlight this blue color, because even though each month of the color wheel has a set color, I was still bringing in other colors to a page. So for example, there's a lot of orange on this page design. It's October. I thought orange was a good fit, but I really want to amp up the blue so it's clear that, like, hey, the theme of this page is that turquoise blue. So I went ahead and added this like blue watercolor wash, also hand painted, that I brought in. And I knew we needed some landscape. So I was kind of playing around with blue mountains. I really wanted to use my painting of the superstitions. So I tried it here, and while I liked this with the blue, I thought maybe it could use some more dimension. So then I played with this, and I was starting to like this because we're getting a bit more contrast with the orange. So we still have some nods to the orange, but it's really letting the mountains pop. But of course, since we're going with that turquoise theme, I thought the mountains were getting a little bit too into that like sapphire range. So I pulled the turquoise mountains back in on top, and there you go. Now it's really starting to all come together. Also, I think it's important to note that I'm running through this pretty quickly, but this design process for this page took me hours because this was actually the first page of the calendar that I designed. So don't be fooled, this was quite a process. But the next thing I wanted to do was fill in this sky, and I thought we had the opportunity to pull in one more pop of orange. So I was playing with some different suns or moons. I kind of think of it as a moon, like a harvest moon for Halloween. So first I tried this one, and the color was like a little bit too faded, and I didn't really like this line around here. This is from a painting I made by hand, and I just thought like the line was getting a little too illustrative, and so I tried a different option, which was this one. The color is amped up more, it's a little more soft, and I think it just perfectly fills in that open space in the top left corner there. And as you can see, we're pretty close to this page being complete. I just needed to drop in the name of the month. Felt like it needed something a little more spooky and edgy, so I ended up with this, which is one of my favorite fonts ever. I love using it, and spaced it out across the page so we could really fill in all of that beautiful open space we have. And there is the October calendar page. This is really cool to walk you through. I've never done this before. Funny enough, what's really cool is that I actually am filming this late enough that I have the final printed calendar in front of me and I can actually show you this printed page. So I have it covered up right now with this chipboard. This year with my calendars, they come packaged with this chipboard inside to keep them sturdy, and then they're also shrink wrapped. And in past years, I would add my own chipboard when I shipped them and they stayed really taut, but now it's all like packaged. So when you receive your calendar, it'll be all shrink wrapped and perfect for you. But I will flip to the October page here and you can see how it turned out. Oh, I'm so excited. I really hope you love it. And you are also getting the reveal of the calendar grid page for October. This is a more simple one. A lot of the other pages have grid pages that are a lot more detailed, but there was a lot going on with this page and I thought it would be cool just to bring in some of these hand-painted watercolor elements down here and let this month speak for itself. And then also let this turquoise color really shine and highlight that this is the turquoise themed month within the color wheel calendar. And I think my favorite part is that you can pick up this sticker and see how they coordinate. I think that's so cool, especially if you love this art and the calendar is hanging in your home. You can still take this baby to go, maybe put it on your water bottle or your laptop here, and then you have that design and that artwork with you, and you can enjoy it out in the world. And you can just really see how these two coordinate. It's really fun. And there we have it. I hope that you enjoyed getting your first look at the Freshest Fall Collection and also enjoyed seeing my design process and coming behind the scenes with me. It's really cool for me to like pull back the curtain and show you this. So if you did enjoy the video, leave a comment, let me know you did, or give this video a thumbs up. And if you are new here, please subscribe. I will be creating more videos about the Freshest Fall Collection and sharing those before it comes out on November 5th. So I'd love for you to see those. Thank you so much for watching. Until my next video, I am sending all of my positive and creative vibes your way, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.